Pirkei Avos, chapter 6, 48 qualities for acquiring the Torah, versus 30 just to get an idea, is that there's 30 qualities for acquiring royalty, 24 qualities for acquiring priesthood. And it's not like, oh, these are more. They're different qualities. This is qualitative, not quantitative. Study, attentive listening. The Torah meaning the truth, the law, the correct will of God, okay? The guidance, the guidebook, the blueprint of life, the Torah of life, so the connection to life, the life supporting life, lifestyle, okay, and basically like the transformational mastership, right? Study, attentive listening, verbal articulation, perception of heart, ministering to sages, purity, joy, modesty, fear, close association with colleagues, sharp discussion with students, sobriety, scripture, which they call also Mishnah, awe, minimum of business activity, minimum of preoccupation with worldly matters, minimum of indulgence in pleasure, minimum of sleep, minimum of conversation, minimum of laughter. It doesn't say none. It says the minimum that, slow to anger, a good heart, faith in the sages, exception of suffering, knowing his place, I want to say knowing hers, being happy with one's lot, making a fence around one's words, claiming no credit for one's achievement, being loved, loving God, loving created beings, loving the ways of the righteousness, loving justice, loving reproof. Reproof here often is said, criticism, constructive criticism, basically. Rebuke that's intended to nurture and help one grow. It's almost like pruning a little, the way it helps, with not over pruning and not harsh words, Anyway, keeping far from honor, not being arrogant with one's learning, not taking pleasure in handing down decisions, halachic decisions specifically, which is like legal decisions, bearing the burden with his fellow or her, judging another favorably, establishing oneself in truth, establishing one in peace, deliberating in one's study, asking and answering, listening and adding, learning in order to teach, learning in order to practice, increasing the wisdom of one's teacher, properly understanding the intent of what one learns, and saying a thing in the name of its author. Another thing from the Pirkei, I want to just say Pirkei Avos is ethics of the father. I also have to comment, and I'm taking a pause here from Pirkei Avos. This is chapter 6, ethics of the father. I made a mistake in my last video. I said that the Inter-Inclusion website is from Alexander Poltorak. That's not true. It is from Rabbi Asher Crisp. Sometimes his wife also writes on the website. I don't know if they're still married. I'm assuming they are. Sarah Crisp. But I will say that, mistakes do happen. It wasn't my intention. And I will, I guess what triggered that just now is I forgot that I gave the wrong credit in the name of the author. Okay, I just quoted him in the last video. I shared a few different sources, and one of them was Inter-Inclusion website, and I forgot that it's not Alexander Poltorak of Quantum Torah, it's Rabbi Asher Crisp of Inter-Inclusion. All right, next in the Pirkei Avos, Ethics of the Fathers, chapter 6. Don't yearn for the table of kings, for your table and crown are greater than theirs, and your employer is. It means like don't yearn for the table of kings in other religions, basically, in other lifestyles, in other places, like for what whoever they is, have. For your table and crown are greater than theirs. In other words, having the Torah as a crown is greater than even kings of other, religions and locations. And your employer in the capital, okay, God, is trustworthy to pay you remuneration for your deeds. In Proverbs, which is Mishlei, chapter 8, verse 14, it says, counsel and wisdom are mine. I am understanding, strength is mine. The Torah bestows upon its occupiers royalty, authority, and discerning judgment. The secrets of the Torah reveal to him, and he becomes like a fountain which flows with an ever-increasing strength and like a never-ceasing stream. He becomes modest, patient, and forgiving of insult to himself, and great and exalted above all things. In Proverbs chapter 11, verse 22, it says, like a golden ring in a swine's snout is a beautiful woman who lacks discretion. There's a lot of more Proverbs. I'm just going to say now, Proverbs is Mishlei. So Rabbi Shimon ben, I'll say the ones that are not Proverbs, and then I'll just say the rest is Proverbs, okay? written by King Solomon. So Rabbi Shimon ben Yehud, in the name of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, said, beauty, strength, wealth, honor, and wisdom, old age, ripe old age, are befitting the righteous and befitting the world. And Isaiah chapter 24 verse 23 says, the moon shall be abashed and the sun put to shame, and the Lord of hosts will reign on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and honor shall be before his elders. The rest here is Proverbs. So, one more that is not. Great is the Torah, for it gives life in this world and in the world to come to those who practice it. So from now on, instead of introducing Proverbs, Mishlei, I'm just going to say with the quotes. So chapter 3, verse 35, the wise shall inherit honor. Chapter 28, verse 10, and the perfect shall inherit good. Chapter 4, verse 22, they are life to the one who finds them, and a healing to all his flesh. Chapter 3, verse 8, it shall be a remedy to your body and the marrow to your bones. If you're curious, you go look up, right? Chapter 3, verse 18, it's a trace of life to those who hold fast to it, and those who support it are fortunate. So I'm just going to tell you the answer. It's about the Torah, all of this, okay? Proverbs 1, 9. Chapter 1, not Proverbs. Chapter 1, verse 9. They are a garland of grace for your head and a necklace for your neck. Chapter 4, verse 9, it'll give to your hand a garland of grace, a crown of glory it will bestow on you. Chapter 9, verse 11, indeed through me your days shall be increased, and years of life shall be added to you. Chapter 3, verse 2, length of days, years of life, and peace will they increase for you. Chapter 16, verse 31, ripe old age is a crown of glory. Remember it said, Rabbi Shimon ben Yehud, in the name of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, said, beauty, strength, wealth, honor, wisdom, old age, ripe old age, children are befitting to the righteous and befitting the world. So ripe old age this is chapter 16, verse 31, ripe old age of Mishlei, Proverbs. Ripe old age is a crown of glory. It's to be found in the path of the righteousness. Chapter 20, verse 29, the glory of young men is in their strength, and the beauty of old men is ripe old age. Chapter 17, verse 6, ending with, grandchildren are the crown of the aged, and the glory of children is their fathers. I wish you a beautiful Shabbos. I wish you to feel connected to the desire of the ancestors, because the desire is what we have. Our Creator, who desires to give us good. So cannot have a desire, because cannot have anything that is that's needed. Who's going to give it to him? So, or her, or it doesn't matter. I'm just saying this. It's not about semantics. The only thing the Creator could desire is for someone else to have a desire, and we have this. We're all made in the image of God, so we have a desire for others to have desire. So just may we make peace with our desire and realize that our desire was created so that others, and the first and foremost other, which is our Creator, could give good to us. May we get past any junk ideas, any junk DNA, any junk messages, any junk voices or thoughts or images in the mind, in the heart, in the spirit, for the fact that the simplicity that our desire is a gift from God, so that we could receive good, and so that and so that we can understand that others truly desire to do good for us. May that be the true reality for all of us. Amen. And may we catch up on anything that we feel we haven't caught up on, even if it doesn't mean we actually do it. We just feel that we are up to date. We are caught up with everything we're supposed to do. And may everything feel it's happening at the right time. And may we feel beautiful and right-sized, the right size. And may our muscles hold us up. And may we be able to take deep breaths. And may we feel strong in faith, in our abilities, in our light and life. And may our weaknesses turn into, in front of our eyes, be transformed, that they are never and were never a weakness, as we become brave enough to be honest with ourselves and see that they are really superpowers beyond our comprehension. Have a good Shabbos.